What's the mine? We were in Florida. I'll bring in my we were in Florida, and of course, when you get on a plane, on an airplane, obviously, you're constantly searched. And there was a fellow ahead of us, a beard, black hat, payers, and all that. And I could see he was an Orthodox Jew. Well, the fellow was going through his baggage, and he pulled it. He said, "My God, he got 5 sets of false teeth here." He said, "What do you got 5 sets of false teeth?" And the fellow said, "Well, this is for milk.
Oh,
The second
no.
one is for flavor. The third one is for Pesach milk. The fourth one is for Pesach flashing." He said, "Well, what's the 5th one for?" He says, "Once in a while, I like to eat a ham sandwich." You know, a teacher asked the children, "What does your father do for a living?" The kid says, "My father works at Wegmans." The other kid says, "My father's a rabbi." Oh, honorable profession. The third one said, "My father's a lawyer." The fourth one says, "My father is a go-go dancer in the strip club." Oh my goodness, what embarrassment, what an embarrassment. The teacher felt terrible, the children snickered, it was terrible. The bell rang, the children left, the teacher calls the kid over and says, "Look, little Johnny, your father really a go-go dancer in a strip club?" The kid says, "No, but I hate to say what he really does." The teacher says, "What do you mean?" "This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard." "Oh no," says the kid, "I hate to tell what he really does." The teacher says, "Well, between you and me, somebody here, tell me, what's he really do?" The kid says, "Well, have to admit it. He's a linebacker for the Bills." A rabbi, priest, and a minister go for a walk. It's awfully hot. What is it hot? In July, 95 degrees. They're walking through a wooded area. There's also some shrubbery. As they walk through, all of a sudden there's a lake, a little lake. The rabbi says, "Shame, we go in bathing suits. We're in bathing suit, we could have gone swimming." The minister says, "So we don't need any bathing suits. Nobody here will swim anyway." In the nude. The priest says, "We don't need any towel because we can dry up clean." So they go swimming. They come out of there standing there with 3 women from their congregations come walking. Oh my God, what a mess. They won't see that. They run away. So the priest, the minister, they cover the privates, and the rabbi covers his face. And the women have run away. The 2 fellows say, "Rabbi, what is this with you? We covered our privates. How come you covered your face?" He says, "In my congregation, I'm known by my face." A woman gives her husband the cemetery's last for his birthday. The cemetery. So a whole year goes by. She gives him nothing. She skips his birthday. The next day, the fellow says, "You forgot my birthday." She says, "I didn't forget your birthday." He says, "If you didn't forget my birthday, why didn't you give me anything?" She says, "Because you didn't use what I gave you last year." This is 2,100 years ago, 1908. A bearded Jew comes from Russia. He's got a black hat, payas, beard, and all black clothes. It's Shabbos. He comes off the boat. His brother meets him, black hat, payas, beard, all black clothes. He says, "You know what? It's Shabbos. We have to walk to my apartment. It's not far. It's a nice day. It's May. Warm. Nothing to pull on." So they walk. They come to a little park. In the park, a lot of people sitting in the park. There's one fellow sitting there. He's got a Hawaiian shirt hanging out of his trousers. He's bald. He's got no hat on. And he's reading a Yiddish newspaper. The newcomer says to his brother, "What a wonderful place is America for us Jews." The fellow says, "Look, you've been here 10 minutes. How do you know that?" He says, "Look, even here the Goyim are reading Yiddish." Now, about a day ago, what they call an Arab, a Muslim, blows himself up in Iraq. He kills almost 15 Americans. Ends up in the next world immediately, Omaha. There ends up immediately in the next world. The minute he gets there, George Washington gets a hold of him and beats the daylights out of him. My goodness, can't believe this. Hardly does he recover when Thomas Jefferson takes a stick and hit him over the head. Does he feel terrible? Hardly has he recovered. When Patrick Henry gets a hold of him, kicks him in the butt and flies from the head portal, head first into the wall. The guy's lying, boy, is he in pain. His face is terrible. And then somebody says, please, what is this? Why am I beat up like this? He said, I told you, when you get up here, you're going to meet 29 Virginians. Sitting in my office. What was I? Let me tell you, this is terrible. One of my advisees comes to see me, she says, I feel just terrible. I said, why do you feel so terrible? She says, I failed all 5 courses. I said, failed all 5 courses? I look at a transcript of math and history and sociology and geography and English. She says, what am I going to do? I said, what you got to do is get your brains replaced. She says, how am I get my brains replaced? I said, get your brains replaced. I'll make an appointment for you with this neurologist. He'll replace your brains. Then you'll get good grades. I said, just come back and tell me what happened. Comes back 2 weeks later. She says, saw the doctor, and he says, I can have my brains replaced, but it's expensive. And there are 3 levels of brains. I said, tell me about it. She says, well, the lowest level of brains, it's a $25,000 brain. Used to belong to a doctor. And some years ago, he installed that. I said, you mean they're more expensive? She said, yeah, there's $50,000 brain. Belonged to a rabbi. I said, well, the rabbi's got more brains than all the doctors. Of course. I said, so what's the highest? She says, the highest, great, it's 75,000 brain belonged to a professor. I said, well, of course, we got more brains than anybody. She said, not so fast. I said, what do you mean not so fast? What do you mean? She says, I asked the doctor, why is the brain of a professor so much more expensive than the brain of anybody else? The doctor says, because it's never been used. I go to my doctor. I'm waiting 6 hours. The doctor says, I'm a doctor, you're a loser, what do you want? I said, doctor, everybody's always staring at me. The doctor says, if you think everybody's always staring at you, you must be crazy. I said, that's an insult. I want a second opinion. The doctor says, you're ugly too. I go to the doctor. Hi, doctor. He says, what do you want? I'm a doctor, you're a loser. What do you want? I said, I can't see very well. The doctor says, come over by the window. I open the window. He says, what's that? I said, that's the sun. He says, how far do you want to see? Imagine religion and doctors provoke more jokes than just about anything. There's, I would say, must be at least 75, I don't know about 75 doctor jokes or more. However, they can't always be told the truth. It's not only clean jokes here, so therefore we have to skip a whole lot of